songs are so much fun to play, it's ridiculous. I think, oh man, I might have just told this story last week, so I won't tell it again. But yes, I will, because I might have forgotten about one of our members that sent me a message about Beatles songs and kind of compared it to, again, he liked the Rolling Stones better when he was growing up, and but till he took up the guitar, then he started having a lot more fun with Beatles songs. So I tell you, I've been having a blast with them lately, and every time I go back and listen to something, I say, oh, there's a great song. This is one that happened a few weeks ago. You're Gonna Lose That Girl. It was one that was kind of off my radar, and it just came up randomly playing as I'm listening to the chord progression. I'm thinking, God, what a great thing to do in a song. And here, she's a woman, meaning the modulations and the weird things and all that kind of stuff. And this week, she's a woman. It was the same thing. You know, I mean, it opens up with just, it's this simple 3-chord blues progression based on a blues scale, and then they bring in this poppy chorus. There you go, you have the whole song, except for the leads. It's so simple, but I love to play it. What is going on? It is April 24th, and it's Friday. We're expecting a little rain around here. That would be great, but probably not much. It's getting a little windy too, so we might have, the screen may get blown away in a few minutes. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I've been having fun kind of revisiting Beatles tunes. Uh-oh, let's see. Wait, let's go here. That's a good place to play it. How did I do that on the album? Let me think. Probably started here. That was it. Had to be an E minor, huh? Okay, I am going to get to some of my arrangements of those. I gotta stop talking about it and do it, because those are some really fun finger picking tunes. Let's see, what else can I do? Uh-oh. Yeah, maybe that one. What else is buried in that mix? Okay, wait a second. I got to get on with what I was supposed to talk about today. Sorry. Been having a lot of fun playing the guitar lately, though. Ed was here the other day, and we were working on. Anyway, just kind of jamming blues stuff. Okay, I do have a lot I got to talk about, so I'm going to get to it. I'm going to talk about songs we did this. I'm going to talk about some DVDs that a lot of people didn't know existed, but they are real now. And what else? Got a little camp news. I want to talk. Actually, you know what? First, I want to talk about congratulations to John. 30 songs, 30 days. When I saw that last post when he was doing what key is that in? C probably. One of the goofier Led Zeppelin songs that there is out. Well, just because the way Robert Plant sings it is kind of lighthearted, and anyway, John, you did that one really good justice. And I know the accountability thing, promising everybody, the millions and millions of people at TG, that you're going to put out 30 songs in 30 days, really revived the busking thread, which, well, and we still, I think the busking uploader, so I think you had to do everything in your own channel. Got other people inspired. Anyway, that was really enjoyable too. So I'm glad to see some other people. Jim got on the bandwagon there and threw out their little open mic thing of Bob Seger. Speaking of open mics, we had the open no mic here a couple weeks ago, and as soon as I think I promised if I sort through the 3 hours of video that we have, because I just let it run, and anyway, might be able to bring you some of that. There were some pretty cool highlights there. I think I probably talked about that one. Anyway, okay, let's see. Something else that showed up on the forum. Dave was trying to put together a visual aid, and Dermot had of the theory stuff that he'd sort of assembled, and we would all love to see it, and I would certainly be glad to take a look at it and see if it all seems like it makes sense. So Dermot pointed out you could upload a zip file. You might be able to just do it as a PDF. So if you have an Excel file and just tell it to convert it to a PDF, we might be able to get it in there. I don't know. We are still working on many of the little things that are slightly over-tweaked or under-tweaked or not working very well at the site. That's one of them, is the uploading stuff. Like the busking thing too. Okay, but anyway, I'd be happy to take a look at that. Let me go into what we did this week. I already talked about She's a Woman, and, well, I didn't, but 1964's late song for the Beatles that kind of turned them from the Hard Day's Night era into the Help era, and but really a lot of different stuff happened after that. The songs became much more, well, there were some hints of this with If I Fell and things we said today, but some of the stuff from Help, which included stuff like Yesterday and It's Only Love and things like that. Thinking of the right song? You've Got to Hide Your Love Away was the one I had in mind, but I said It's Only Love, but the same era, I think. Anyway, and, oh man, did I ever do that song? Oh, wait. Wrong key. Uh-oh, we need an augmented chord. Oh. That's what we're going to do. F chord. Another song I should do a lesson on, huh? Okay, back away from the tangents. Step away from... what was I talking about? Beatles tunes. She's Always a Woman, and how it had kind of opened the door. The other thing that's kind of cool about that song, and I think I mentioned this in the text about it, but they threw it together like in a day. Wrote it in a day and probably recorded it almost the next day because they were just planning on it being a B-side to a single. They were actually planning on it being an A-side to the single, but instead it turned out to be a B-side because John had just come up with this. Just when I need a pick. Make a very good finger-picking song. Anyway, but I Feel Fine turned out to be the A side of that, and She's Always a Woman was relegated to the B side. But let's see, what else did we have this week? We had another installment of Cavatina. I love this song. We got to this part of the thing. Where we have some really unorthodox fingering. So I hope a few people are trying that and enjoying it. And what else? We took a look at Sandy playing Vincent, or working on singing Vincent. So I'm sure a lot of people can relate to some of the difficulties that are going on with that song and that's this series of lessons. She is still working on it, but that's probably about all we're going to see of Sandy playing Vincent. Three takes on the same lesson are probably enough, or 3 snapshots. What is the word I'm looking for? They're sort of like slices of. There's a word for that. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. And Vanessa brought in a great tune. Budapest, again, introducing a new artist that we're just wondering, that, well, I think the first album just came out in 2014. So I think we have George Ezra, and hope people like that. And it's nice to have some pretty easy to play songs every once in a while, since I've been sort of going off on ones that have, I don't want to leak too much about something that's going to happen next week, but we're going to be looking at a song that is, there'll be a very relatively easy campfire way to play it, but there'll be some really hard licks in there that have to sound, if you want to try to incorporate 3 guitar parts, 2 acoustic guitars and a bass part at the same time, which of course were done. I'll give you a hint. It's a song that had the bass played by a vocalist. Never mind, I'll save that for later, but see. Okay, enough clues. Okay, so anyway, thanks to Vanessa for that. I want to talk about a couple of other things that let's go first. Okay, where am I going? I got a really nice note a few weeks ago after I put up my thoughts about John Renbourn, and it was from Craig in way down Southern California, near San Diego, and he said, and I know that a lot of you probably didn't know too much about John until he got involved here at Totally Guitars, but Craig had a really interesting comment that said, if you some of the criteria he would judge a person's life by are: were you a good person? Did you influence others? Did you pass the torch? Did you take what you learned and move it on to other people? And would you be missed? And he said he felt John hit it on all of those, and I have to absolutely agree with him. And then he also brought up that he was lucky. He felt lucky that I was passing the torch and stuff like that, and so it was nice to hear somebody thinking. I don't know. It's like everybody has a responsibility, I think, to help out humankind or something, and anybody can help out people on their musical and cultural side is okay in my book. So a lot of my affection for John, and really lucky to have been not only just influenced, as everybody knows, but to get a little closer to him than most. So anyway, thanks Craig for the great sentiments and putting it all together. Let's see. DVDs. Let's talk about DVDs, because something that we really got started on so long ago that I kind of forgot about it, and I didn't really bring it up into on the news or anything like that. But we do now have a set of almost all of the theory lessons. Now, some of the later ones are not in there. Like, the Guide to Reading Music is. The ear training, I believe, is not. So I shouldn't even bring that up. Scratch that. God, I wish I had an editor that could just. Oh wait, I could do that. Nah, not going to. Anyway, it includes all of our early stuff, the Acoustic Genius series, the 7 or 8 discs that came out with that, and the Guide to Reading Music, and the blues, and the country blues, and strumming, the whole strumming set of things with the practice partner and stuff. And so if anybody is interested in having, because we've had a lot of requests for people to be able to have things away from their computer, or to have like a hard copy of something. So we now have the Totally Music Virtuoso bundle that has almost all of our theory lessons and technique lessons. I think Fingerpicking 101 is probably even in there. They're just shipping now, and I'm waiting for a copy to find out what really is in there. So people have been asking about, hey, how do I can I just get Guitar Geography? Well, right now it's available as part of the pack, and we are selling off this first batch. We've still got a few left. So, and I think everybody got emails about it. But if not, I'll work on how we can. If you didn't get the email or don't know what I'm talking about, we'll have a link on the site somewhere down the line to where you can pick up the Virtuoso bundle. Let's see. Dave, talked about that. We're good there. And the last thing. I mentioned last week that we were really running low on spots at camp, and just got an email early this morning actually, from them saying we will be able to squeeze in a few more. So so now not a whole lot more. There's not. Uh-oh. Okay, good. The wind is getting bad. That out of my system. Anyway, so the presentation center tells us that we can find a few more spots in the main dorm building. So that's sort of the good news. So if you're still kind of on the fence, we will be able to squeeze in a couple more. So but we're getting really close to full. So if you're thinking about it, act soon. Okay, I should play you something. Let me see here. Let's flip through our random classical guitar book and see what would be nice. Oh, you know what? Wait a second. Ooh, that looks too scary. Oh, did I do a lesson on this? Okay, that's enough of that. Some of that Caruli stuff is kind of cool. Some of it is really pretty boring. Oh, it's a repeat. Should have paid attention. Of course, then it says DC, but that's enough. You've heard enough of that one. Allegretto. Kind of cool, huh? That one I sort of like. Nice little dancey thing. Okay. I think that's it. I think I need to get out of here. What else might I want to play for you today? I gotta resurrect this one. I want to relearn that. Used to do a nice version of that. I'm sure you guys recognize it. Kind of top secret. So, okay, that is way too much for today. Oh, I didn't talk about. Gosh darn it! Saw Dave Nachmanoff this week. He was doing a house concert at Ron Blues in Monterey. it was a blast. Unfortunately, we didn't get any video. But if anybody out there, we know Wiley's done this and had one last week, I think, as well, or one's coming up. I forget. But if you get a chance to see Dave, you gotta go. Just, he's unbelievable. So, all right, I'm really looking forward to him joining us again at camp, and to everybody else that's coming out. And that's it for today. Next week, it will be May. See you then.